Hi.
A while back, I was scrolling through YouTube and came across a series of videos called
YouTube or TikToks, pretty much all Markiplier related.
As a big fan of Markipliers, I just had to click. I don't know what I expected. But what I got was mostly clips like this. This was novel to me. Of course, Mark is a great-looking guy in fantastic shape with an army of fans. I guess I just assumed that these transition-heavy, fan-edit-style videos were reserved for things like snippets of Riverdale or clips of K-pop stars, not just some random guy who plays video games and has over 30 million subscribers on YouTube, but you know what I'm saying. So I turned to my dad and I said, "Dad, how weird do you think it must be to be Markiplier, knowing that people are editing you like this, just because they think you're hot?" And he replied, "Well, maybe your fans will make videos like that for you someday. You never know." I grappled with this concept. I was seeped in discomfort. As much as I love you all of my subscribers, what would I do if I caught one of you idolizing me in this way? No, even objectifying me in this way. It was then I knew what action lay before me. I have to beat you to it. If I objectify myself first, then nobody can take that power away from me. I need to create a fan edit of myself. I had a problem, though. My editing skills extend only to the meager margins of iMovie's capabilities. I edit everything right on my phone, and I've already exhausted all the transitions and sound effects available to me. It was clear I was going to need help with this. At this time, I stumbled upon a video from Markiplier's compatriot, Ethan from Crank Gameplays. He went onto the website Fiverr.com and paid a few people to make fan edits of his dog. And so they did, some at coffee spitting out price points, but at the end of the day, he ended up with 4 fan edits of sweet little Spencer. His video told me what I must do. I must go onto Fiverr.com and find some professionals to do that which I could not. So then I sat on this idea for like 6 months because... And during this time, Instagram cottoned on to the fact that I had been watching Markiplier fan edits because now my Explore page looks a lot like this.
You need to stop being distracted.
So now, at the dawn of February 2022, the month of love, I have decided to finally make good on this video concept. Here is how the process went. I made myself cute and set up my camera in the poll room to film a series of highlight reels, some vertical, some horizontal, some on spin, some on static. I even filmed a slow-mo, since in Ethan's video he provided a lot of slow-mo clips for the Fiverr artists. I chucked them into iMovie to make a file that was easier to send, even though I realized that the vertical clips were compromised by this format, so I had to go back and remove them to send separately. Here are some of my shots. Since I'm sending the vertical ones separately, I didn't have a chance to edit out any dead air or times I'm just standing there or wiping my hands on my ass. If it were me making the fan edit, I'd probably actually keep those clips in there because honestly I think it's funny, but these videos are only going to be about 20 to 30 seconds long. Actually, it'll be really interesting to me which clips they do decide to use, because like this slow-mo video is a caged bird, which is a much easier move than this outside leg hang to pike that is not in slow motion, but because I filmed it in slow motion, I'm betting they're going to use that clip. And some of this floor work is much easier than other moves that I've included, but I am being cute and whipping my hair around, so I'm betting they'll use those clips. Finally, I purposefully included a couple shots of me like flexing or hamming it up for the camera because I feel like most of the Markiplier videos include him like flexing, and I'm nothing if not just a copycat of Markiplier. So let's get on to Fiverr. I specifically searched for the phrase fan edit, and here is the first artist that I found. You can see examples of their work on their pages, sort of a try before you buy sort of deal, but I realized that Fiverr can detect screen recording, so it blacked out the artist's property so I couldn't steal it. Smart. I just can't show you what I was talking about. Here is the second artist I found, and here's the third artist. I've never used Fiverr before, so I messaged each seller before I went through the actual checkout process just to make sure that my request was aligned with their capabilities. To all three, I sent the same message. Hi, I'm a pole dancer and I'd like a fan edit of myself, similar in style to the reference video I've attached. I have some horizontal clips and vertical clips, and I'd like something 20 to 30 seconds long, set to the song Promiscuous Motive, a mashup of Ariana Grande and Nelly Furtado. Let me know if that's possible. And my reference video was this clip from Markipliers on Instagram because it has the sort of edits and style that I was looking for, even though like it makes me blush just to look at this video. And when I told my dad that that was my reference video, he was like, "That is your reference video?" Let me pause to mention the song that I'm asking for here. You can find it under the title Promiscuous Motive on YouTube. It's by Amorphous and slaps so goddamn hard. I could honestly listen to it every day and never get tired of it. You might know this song from some TikToks. I don't even have TikTok, and I've seen this song on some TikToks. And it's saucy and sexy, which is why I chose it for my fan edits, even though I didn't specify which part of the song I wanted them to include. So that'll be another fun surprise. The three artists all said that my request would be possible, so I got started with sending them the clips and the payment. And I didn't intend this, but this immediately turned into a 3 different price points video. Artist number 1 put me out $7.28 and delivered my video within 24 hours. Artist number 2 charged me $17.83 and delivered my video in about 3.5 days. Artist number 3 created a custom order according to my specifications and is charging me $33.65, and I have yet to receive the video file. So, I guess I'll see you in a few days.
The next day.
Wow, it's another beautiful day to not realize that every light source around me is reflecting directly off of my glasses until I go back in to edit the video, and also my neighbor's running a leaf blower. But none of that matters because the edits have all finally arrived, so it's time to see what the Fiverr artists were able to make out of my lovely saucy pole dancing clips. Remember, I'm not sure which clips they're going to use, I don't know what part of the song they're going to use, I don't even know what edits they're going to use, because honestly I don't really know what you can do with After Effects or whatever programs they're using, so this is a completely blind experience. Except for the fact that I did peek at the first video when it was delivered a few days ago, but completely blind. So let's watch the first video, the one that cost $7.28. I mean, these edits are cool. Oh my gosh, the 3 is awesome. And the hair flip, I knew they were gonna use that clip. Okay, and then it looks like it just repeats. Me looking at myself like, oh my gosh, she's cute. Okay, honestly, like I know that was just a 10-second loop that repeated, but actually, that's a 35-second long video in total, so it's like a over 15-second loop that repeated. That is a lot for $7.28. I think what I'm already noticing is like just seeing myself through someone else's eyes is like really exciting. Like I know I curated the clips, but they chose the ones that they thought were the best, and I'm like, wow, look at me go. So let's move on to artist number 2. This is the video that cost me $17.83, I think, and I haven't even peeked at this one yet. Okay, right away I can see that there's like a comic book style edit on it, but let's see. Oh, they like changed the song too. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wonderful commentary, Kelsey, staring open-mouthed at the computer. Okay, they edited this song. They put effects under the song so it sounded like it was reverb or like coming closer or further away. They used, I think that's Doja Cat's verse on Motive. They used the clip of me setting up the camera, which I was kind of hoping someone would use. I didn't include it before, but I'm like, let's do this or whatever. It's like the only close-up shot of my face. Wow. Okay, this, that makes me feel like, wait for it, bad bitch, capital B, capital B. And then let's move on to the most expensive one, the $33.65, I think. Ooh, they used the clip of me walking! Oh, but not the good one. Oh my god, there's so many edits. Whoa. Okay, this is another one that's just looped. Oh, they like slowed the song with the slow motion. Okay. You can see with all three of them that they looped the same like 15-second clip or so that they had created to reach the full length, and that's totally fine. I think that's probably typical of a fan cam or fan edit. But I think number 3, the clips that they chose were a little bit weird, because I did have a clip where I was walking towards the pole that I specifically included where I'm like tossing my hair a little bit and like kind of shaking my hips, but they chose one where I was walking towards the pole and like wiping my hands on my butt. And then the clip of me flexing, they cut it off right before I actually flexed, so I'm kind of just standing there. So I'm a little confused by those clip choices. Nobody used the clips of me doing like the leg hang. I think probably the horizontal videos were harder to work with for them, and that one would be an especially horizontal shot. So yeah, gosh, that was really interesting. And I think everyone used the shot of me doing the, I don't even know the name of the move, I'll include it right here, which actually, when I was recording that, it was like the first time that when I looked back at the footage, I felt like I actually looked like the professional pole dancers who look like they're very lightweight and like it costs them no effort to do what they're doing. Because normally, I feel like my style of pole dancing is like, oh, you know exactly how hard I'm working because I'm like grunting or sweating or swearing. And that was the first time that I was like, ooh, I am ethereal. So they all seemed to pick up on that and include that clip. And that was all my genuine off-the-cuff first reactions. I don't resent the person who charged me more money. I think they did a fantastic job still. I mean, what a weird request to be like, hi, I'm a pole dancer and please make me look better than I do. So, was this a $60 exercise in narcissism? Maybe. Maybe it's a sign of my hideously inflated ego that I'm going to treasure all 3 videos for the rest of my life and pull them out on a day when I'm not feeling so good, and also definitely post them on Instagram so you can all tell me how good I look. But I think it's more of a sign of my personal growth that I can look at these videos and see myself being sexy and feel proud and happy instead of sitting here picking apart all my flaws and like, yeah, you know, I'm a little salty that they used the less flattering clip of me walking towards the pole and wiping my hands on my butt, but who cares? Because this sport is so hard and I have just been immortalized doing this hard sport, looking really cool while I'm doing it. And these videos make me feel badass and yes, even a little bit sexy, so I think it was all worth it. Since I've beaten you all to the punch now and objectified myself before you could do it, I'm expecting several fan edits in my inbox sometime soon. I'm just kidding, of course. Probably don't do that. But I actually do recommend this for yourself in case you need a little pick-me-up or have like money sitting around that you should really be saving to pay off your student loans when they start back up. But I'm gonna wrap this up now, mostly because I want to go watch the videos again. Thank you so much for joining me on this little internet adventure. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!